When you're in the beginning stages of making a game, coming up with the amazing ideas and just possibilities that could unfold in your game, the last thing you're thinking of is how burnout could affect the whole process. And even though it literally probably happens to every developer out there, we hardly ever talk about it. Well, that changes today, because today we're talking about how to possibly spot burnout before it actually happens. It's a topic that often gets overlooked, like I mentioned, but it's critical for maintaining your creativity and mental well-being. And being a solo developer for so long, I understand the mental toll burnout can take on your well-being as a developer. So let's just jump right into it and talk about the 7 clues to spot burnout early. Let's get started. As a solo developer, I've learned that recognizing changes in my work patterns is critical for spotting burnout early. It's not uncommon to suddenly struggle with concentration or finding it hard to start tasks that used to excite me. These shifts in work habits are red flags to me that burnout might be looming. That's why it's vital for me, at least, to acknowledge these changes and avoid pushing myself too hard when they come. Taking short breaks and setting achievable goals and maintaining a healthy work-life balance has proven to be effective strategies in preventing my own burnout. Recognizing the importance of work patterns has allowed me to adapt and find a rhythm that sustains my productivity and mental well-being. So finding a work rhythm for yourself might be a way to avoid those waves of burnout. I feel like when you're lacking motivation, it kind of feels like you've already lost the battle when it comes to burnout. It's not always the case, but when I've struggled to find joy and purpose in my work, it is a clear sign that burnout might be on the horizon. Understanding that it's okay to take a step back and recharge has been a lesson that I wish I had learned sooner. In fact, taking breaks and pursuing other hobbies of my own can often rekindle my passion for game development. Remembering to set achievable goals and celebrating the small victories has been a powerful tool to boost my own motivation when it's low. Seeking inspiration by exploring new games or art, or even collaborating with fellow developers on game jams has been super helpful in my own journey. I've come to appreciate that my own motivation is my creative fuel, and preserving it is paramount to my success as well as my well-being. I've come to realize that we really shouldn't be fearful of the loss of motivation. Motivation has an ebb and flow, and once you can harness that, it really will empower your development. So just be mindful of how you feel when it comes to how you view your project, because again, it could reflect that something needs to change. At least that's what I've experienced. So, like physical well-being, emotional well-being is very important. Recognizing changes in my own emotional well-being has been instrumental in my journey as a solo developer. Keeping track of my emotions towards my project, like feeling more irritable, anxious, or even apathetic, has served as a powerful indicator of a potential burnout coming. And to address my emotional well-being, I make sure that I continue to do the things that I love when it comes to game development, like world building and art. I just love that stuff. And when I feel those emotions coming, I run to them to reignite that passion. Making sure you have people around you to support you, like friends or family, can mean the difference between stopping a project or continuing to work on it. And if you need to, there's no shame in talking to a professional about it. I did for a little while there when things got a little crazy. Like I said, no shame in that. And I've really come to realize that my emotional health is just as important as my productivity, and nurturing it has become a priority in maintaining my game development journey. Acknowledging and addressing my emotional well-being allows me to approach my projects with clarity, focus, and a renewed sense of purpose. Don't forget to check in with your emotional state, because it can really give you insight on what's going on below the surface. One significant indicator that I've learned to pay attention to in my game development journey is the state of the creative side of my brain. Normally, I am just flowing with cool ideas that I come up with, and I'm constantly thinking of ideas for stories or gameplay features. These are very normal for me to think about. So when I notice a dip in my ability to generate cool ideas, or just a lack of excitement towards those projects, it's a clear sign to me that burnout is maybe coming. Recognizing this shift is critical for me, at least, and I've come to understand that nurturing that creativity is not a luxury but an essential part of my process. Remembering to take breaks to explore new games and art, and even just connecting with the community, have been powerful ways for me to keep that creative spark going. Remember, your creativity is a drive and a lot of time the heart behind your projects, so persevering and revitalizing it is a key to the success and well-being of yourself and your project. I found that in my projects, maintaining their quality often relies upon maintaining my own creativity. And oftentimes your project will reflect that in its quality. So keep track of your creativity gauge and remember to keep feeding it with the other passions you have in your life. paying attention to any physical symptoms has been a key factor in my journey as a solo developer. When I experience headaches, sleepless nights, or changes in appetite, it's clear to me that my body is under stress. Listening to what my body or your body is telling me or you has become a priority to me. And maybe that can be the case for you as well. Making sure that I am prioritizing self-care, like exercising, eating right, and ensuring I get good rest is huge for me, as well as just maintaining good habits and a schedule. Schedules are huge for me. I thrive off of structure. So when I don't have that structure, it bleeds into my work. I've come to understand that my physical well-being should never take a backseat. It's a vital aspect of staying productive and healthy in the long run. Even things that might not seem important, like staying hydrated or getting fresh air, have proven to do wonders for my physical well-being and overall productivity. Taking proactive steps to address physical symptoms ensures that I'm equipped to handle the demands of game development with the same tenacity I had at the start of the project. This is something I actually struggle with a lot, just because it's so easy to get into the swing of things and desperately see your project come to life. So go easy on yourself. But make sure to listen to your body, because it can definitely give you the clues of what might be coming. This next red flag kind of comes off of that quality aspect. Paying attention to the quality of my own work has been really important to me in my journey. Noticing a significant drop in my quality of what I'm producing has served as a clear indicator that I might be struggling. And I don't necessarily think this means that I'm just bad at making games. I think it is a reflection of maybe my lack of care, which I don't love that. But it's also important to remember and understand that it's natural for work to fluctuate and to not be so hard on yourself. It's very important to remember that. Seeking feedback from peers and mentors, especially mentors, to gain a fresh perspective has been super important to me. Taking regular breaks when needed and not hesitating to revisit or revise my work has become pretty much a standard practice. Remembering that maintaining quality work is a marathon, not a sprint, has shaped my approach to game development. Embracing the complex nature of game development has allowed me to refine and elevate my projects, ensuring that each project reflects my best work and creative vision. This is not always the case though, and it's really something that you never stop learning and growing in. So again, don't be too hard on yourself. On to my last red flag is probably my personal biggest red flag, is how I can isolate myself. When I stop talking to people about my journey and projects, boy, you better batten the hatches, because it's coming. Recognizing when I'm withdrawing from social interactions, both online and offline, has been super significant as an indicator of potential burnout. And understanding the importance of maintaining connections with others has been a priority now because of this. Reaching out to fellow developers now, attending meetups on Discord or forums, or even participating in reviewing jam games is just super fun and low effort, and you just get to talk to people about something you're passionate about, like game development. Collaboration and sharing experiences have provided me much needed support and fresh perspectives when I need it. Remembering that I'm not alone in this journey and seeking connection is a powerful step towards preventing burnout, for me at least. And cultivating a sense of community around myself has just made my game development experience all the better. And the network of accountability has carried me through so many challenges and triumphs alike. I seriously cannot recommend this enough. So those are the 7 clues to spot burnout early for game developers. Burnout will be coming for you, but how we prepare for it changes everything. Remembering that taking care of your mental and emotional well-being is just as important as your creative work. If you recognize any of these signs, don't hesitate to step back and prioritize self-care. We need to remind ourselves that we have an amazing opportunity to make games. That is crazy and something that was not possible just a few years ago. So don't forget how cool this whole thing is. I really hope this helped you guys today, and if you want more content like this, leave a comment below and telling us how you avoid burnout and what you can do to get out of burnout, because that's just as important. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.